special saying when it comes to slope?
Rise over run.
Bingo, we're going to use rise over run today. How many of you have heard that expression? Rise over run, perfect. We're also going to use the equation. Is there a stellar scholar that remembers the equation for finding slope when given 2 points? No? All right, the next question. Does anybody remember what variable is usually our slope? Nope. Nope. What did you say, Ace? Nope. It's M. M. Nice job. Y equals mx plus b. All right, so here we are. Our I can statement is up on the board. It is I can find the slope. We're going to add through that every day. Yep, we're 2, 4 slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. Last year, we jumped right into parallel and perpendicular, and we didn't take this little break to just discuss what slope is and discuss what different lines are. So I wanted to back up and make sure we kind of lost a lot of students. So slope of a line, I'm just going to write some things that we remember. We remember rise over run. Hi, this is Lauren. Yeah, no problem. Bye. Joe. Milenich. So rise over run. It's also a rate of change. So the rate of increase or the rate of decrease. Anything else we need to? All right, that's probably good. But we're going to add something else. Here is your equation. M is equal to y2 minus y1. So the change in y divided by x2 minus x1. Hands up, thumbs up if you have at least, you know that you have seen this formula. You might not have been able to produce it, but you have seen it, used it. Awesome. All right. So looking at these examples below, find the slope of the line through each pair of points. When working, this is just like with the distance formula. Your order matters. Okay, so we're trying to find the slope. M is equal to, well, I need my y's. Which one are they? The first one listed or the second one? The second one. So I'm going to grab, I always grab the first one even though it says y2. I don't know why. 10 minus, what is the other y? 14. Divided by, now I'm going to go back to 10's partner, the x, which is 8 minus what? Negative 7. So where students mess up the most with these is back to that negative or plus a negative, that kind of stuff. So we have 10 minus 14. 10 minus 14 is negative 4. We have 8 minus 7. That becomes a plus, which is what? 15. Here is our slope. But we always take a look at that. And what should we look for in the numbers that we get? What should we try and do if ever possible? Simplify. Okay, is there a number that goes into both 4 and 15? 1. But that won't change anything. So we can leave it like that. All right. So let me do one more with you and then I'll have you do the next two solo. M equals, now I'm going to go for y2. 2 minus 1 over, since I used 2, I need to grab 2's partner. Negative 17 minus 3. That becomes a plus sign. What is 2 minus 1? 1. Divided by negative 17 plus 3. Use your calculator if you don't know. Negative 14. Yes, good. All right, will you guys do 11 and 12 here on your own? Is that Wesley's music?
11 and 12?
Yeah, do 11 and 12 if you can. That's it. All right, so we are missing Brooke. Ryan, Adam, London, Zenden is here. All right, so I'm gonna go with negative 10 minus 4 over negative 12 minus negative 20. Both of these become a plus sign. Negative 4 and negative 10 and a positive 4 is negative 6. Divided by negative 12 plus 20 should be a positive 8. This one was different than the ones I did before because we're left with a negative 6 and a positive 8. Did I do that right? I'm okay? All right. Negative 6 and a positive 8. Both of those numbers are even, so we know we can pull something out of there. What is negative 6 divided by 2? Negative 3. 8 divided by 2 is a positive 4. Yes?
I somehow have the same except the negative is 4.
You have a 4 down here?
Yeah.
That's fine. As long as one of them is negative. This might look different for everybody, okay? But we should meet up at the end. Your negative is actually saying the whole thing's negative. So if you write it next to the 3 or next to the 4, that's fine. Or out front. Can you have both of them be negative and still get the question right in this case? No. Okay, over here, we're going to go with, this time I'm going to grab here, negative 5 minus a negative 8 over negative 12. Minus 0. This is a plus sign. We get 3 over negative 12. Well, we have a positive over a negative, so our slope is negative. Can 3 and 12 be reduced by the same number? 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 12 4 times. Negative 1/4. Did I do something? Yeah.
You put the y1 and x1 first rather than the y2 and x2.
You can.
Anyway, yeah.
So that's why I was trying to prove a point. Your y2 and 1 can be, it doesn't matter which one you do, as long as you keep the same pattern. So I went first, second, so I have to go first, second here. Good point. Are there any questions on that? Okay. Next, we have 4 more examples. We're still going to find the slope of a line. There are 2 ways to do this. I'm going to talk about 2 ways. I'm only going to actually do 1. This is where rise over run comes in. Okay, so this graph is nice. They gave us the 2 points. Okay, you always do up or down first and then right to left. So I like to draw the path. To start here and go here, do I have to go down or up? Down. So I'm going to go down and then my path would be to the right. So that's the path that I need to count. I need my rise, which also could be a fall, over run. I'm going down how many units? 1. How do I show that it goes down and not up? -1. Now I'm going to the right. 1, 2, 3. Is that a positive or a negative? Positive. Okay, left is negative, right is positive. Up is positive, down is negative.
This is the last call for any students or staff who needs to get their picture taken. This is the last call for any freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior who needs to get their picture taken, or any staff. Thank you.
Oh, did I count it wrong? 1. Nope, it's 3. So this is a common error. You don't count where you start. Some people count like, oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. You have to count the spaces. So it's 1, 2, 3 spaces. Before you run a mile, you can't say 1, I ran 1 mile. You actually have to go the mile and then count it, is one way to think about it. Other questions? Okay, path for number 2. Identify your 2 points. Okay. Do we have to go up or down to get from the left point to the right point? Up. And then to the right. Okay, so I'm going up how many units? 1, 2, 3. So I have a positive 3. Divided by, I'm going to the right, 1. How should I actually write this? 3. All right, help me out. What are we working on? What's confusing? Because you always either go up or down first. It's rise over run. So you have to rise up or down before you can run right to left. Because I don't know. I always go left to right. If you want to go from this way to this way, that works. So you went from here to here. Okay, let's talk about how that does work too. If your path was from here to here, I always just think left to right because that's how I read. Well, everybody reads. That's just how I do everything. Now, I would drop how many? 1, 2, 3. So my number would be -3. Now I'm going to run what direction? Left. So my bottom would be -1. Isn't -3 divided by -1 still a positive 3? Yeah, so you guys are welcome to do that. You can go whichever way you want. You can go right or left as long as you mark it correctly with your negatives and positives. Can you guys try 3 and 4 on your own, whichever way you guys do it? So do you always go right to left? Okay. No, you can do it however. I was just curious. I didn't know if I was teaching it differently.